Tutulie tena. Kwa sasa tunakaribia kumaliza. Na mumekutana, muko na jawabu ya hii. Ile tutafanya ni kusikiliza tu kiongozi ambaye atasema sisi kutoka county hii kwa line hii tumeamua hii, your resolution. Soma. Usome, you don't need even to explain. You don't need even to explain. Usome word for word. Alafu tutaichukua, itaingia kwa secretariat yetu. Next time when you are meeting, we are able to get a benchmark. This is what you agreed to do. Tuko pamoja? Tutaanza na Turkana. Elgeyo Marakwet. Hiyo ndio order. Alphabetical order. Elgeyo Marakwet. Let's obey the order that haitaleta shida. Yes, Elgeyo Marakwet na Baringo nani iko kwa alphabet? Muko na jia zenu. Aya, Elgeyo Marakwet kuja. In the meantime, wewe unajua kusoma kama vile wahubiri wetu wanasoma Biblia. Wanasoma vizuri. For so God loved the world. Unasoma kwa njia hiyo. Ili kila word, kila wao wanafahamu. Sawa sawa? Na kwanza jina lako na location.
Bas. I'm Joseph Kiptanui, Chief Kipkania Location, Elgeyo Marakwet County, Marakwet East Sub-County, Derab Division. So question 1, list the 3 critical things that you have picked from this training that you will implement in your location to bring about desired change in the next 1 year. So we as Elgeyo Marakwet, we got the following. 1, use of the modern technology, e.g. Telegram and the Twitter, to network on issues related to security in your location. 2, all school-aged children must go to school and make it a priority in your location. 3, engage elders, the faith-based people, in all issues related to security in your location. The faith-based people will assist you to talk on behavioral change of the youth and to desist or to leave outdated cultures like being dowry of your wife, of a young man's wife. There are some other alternative ways of being dowry than being in form of animals. Question 2, list the 3 things you will do to help citizens own security in your location. We got the following. Enhance information sharing in your location and across the neighboring locations. 2, establish good relationship with the law enforcers in your location between the public and the police. 3, coordinate with all stakeholders in your location to participate on security matters. Embrace patriotism. That is, you implement the CPS mantra. When you see, you say. When you hear, you say. When you suspect, you say. Thank you very much.
Give him a coffee. Is that what you agreed from Elgeyo Marakwet? Is that what you agreed? Yes. Good. The next one. Ilikuwa nani? The next one is? It's good.
This is the presentation from Turkana County. And I'm not going to read the questions as you're seeing them on the board. I'm just going to the answers that we agreed as people of Turkana County. And I'll read them directly.
Listen. The question is very specific. Yes, don't answer a question which you have not been asked. You answer number one, the three critical things.
We've done that, sir.
Are we together now?
Yes, sir, we
Please
have done
read.
that. Okay, from the question, the answers we gave as Turkana County to question number one. That is, list 3 critical things that you have picked from this training that you will implement in your location to bring about desired change in the next 1 year. We talked about cultural habits and attitudes should be reduced to 0. E.g., reducing cattle rustling, early marriages, FMGs, etc. FGM, sorry. Thank you. Expansion of peace clusters within the locational clusters, e.g. information, reduction of the use of illicit brews. Then the third answer was sensitization of the communities on the importance of formal education in our community. Question 2, list 3 things you will do to help citizen-owned security in your location. As a county, we gave the answer number 1 to this question as opening of the media. That is networking with the government agencies for the purpose of reducing crimes. And then number 2, we talked of registration of illegal firearms from village localities. Number 3, we said use of Nyumba Kumi initiatives and community policing committees. We need to use these people so that we empower our people to have security with themselves. Thank you very much. I'm Daniel Lochomin.
Thank you, Daniel. Is that what you agreed? Thank you. Over to Linus.
Thank you, sir.
The next one, Baringo.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chair, sir, I would like to give the presentation from Baringo County. And in the first question, the 3 things that we picked from the training that will help implement our location to undergoing the desired change within the next 1 year. Then we came up with the following. 1, education. This is to remove the illiteracy, because in our training here we have seen that the illiteracy is contributing quite a lot towards the insecurity issues in our areas. Then we said all school-going children must go to schools. We also propose that building more schools to accommodate the population of the children within our areas. Then, 2, to enhance of security through Nyumba Kumi strategies, peace committees. That is to say, we have to have this peace committees through the clusters of our Nyumba Kumi. Full collaboration with the Council of Elders and other stakeholders. 3, use of social media, that is modern technology, to pass the information to the citizens. Question 2, 3 things to do to help citizens help on security. That is continuing sensitization and recreation of Nyumba Kumi to have a functional clusters within our area, so that when we share the information, they are all given that information and they can get it easily through the public bus and meetings. Youth empowerment by introducing alternative ways of livelihood through funding, for example, from CDF and those other funding agents. This is to remove the notion of our youth, instead of indulging themselves with the issue of cattle rustling, they will go back to have another livelihood ways. Then 2, have cross-border peace committees meetings, all key leaders. This is to say, in our locations, we have also to expand our security issues to accommodate even our neighbors. We have the meetings with our neighbors to discuss of the same. Last, empowering youth through exposure, remove the cultural practices which are outdated. For example, cattle rustlers, burglary, indulging of illicit brews, and abuse of substances. Those are but a few of our contribution from Baringo. I am Samuel Sekeu, Senior Chief, Lichams location. Thank you, sir.
Kofi kwake. Asante sana. Pokot.
West Pokot County. There is no need for me to read the question, as you can see ahead. Okay. Okay. Point one, question one. We have got, one, to empower all security agents in the location to achieve the desired goals, e.g., Nyumba Kumi, community policing, security committee, and other agents. 2, strategize priorities of events, e.g., education sector, as it is a free and compulsory education policy. Education policy, you must put the word must go to school, all children must. Okay. What's that? Order. Okay.
Don't do my job. Don't do my job. Allow me to be with him.
Wakati mwalimu naongea nimaseni.
Wewe. Endelea.
3, poverty reduction through use of modern economic systems such as value addition.
Soma tu.
Question 2. 1. Okay. Question 2.
Order.
Question 2. One, modern disarmament. Modern disarmament.
Wacha.
Order. Order.
Members, what you do, you are given your time from the other counties. Didn't we give you time? And we listened to your representative talking. If he says disarmament, if there is a problem of disarmament, then the secretariat will ask, what do you mean? But ukiona tumenyamaza, it means we understand what he is saying. So please allow him to do his job. Sawa sawa? And those who are commenting, particularly the ones who are in civilian here, that's why we wanted uniform. Civilian unakuwa mwaraia sana. I have noted them. So let's keep quiet and give everybody a what? If you have read a story by something called Desiderata, even the poor and the weak and the meek, they too have their story and their say. That's why we are here. Endelea.
Okay, I've said one, modern disarmament. Do you know why I say that? Okay, fine. You know where? Two. We have done. Okay, modern disarmament. Two, sharing of information within the neighboring district or neighboring location or sub-locations. Three, to empower reformed warriors in terms of trade and also to encourage them to be good Christians.
Well done. Simeyona. Is you who are becoming impatient with him, peleka kule. You are becoming impatient with him. Asante. Now that we have done that, wewe una disturb. Sasa, what has happened is this. We have asked you to have a look at your location and say, this is what I will do to transform. Why did we put this? We brought you some cheese from some transformation that has taken place, isn't it? Tukakuletea moja ambayo ilikuwa the center of banditry. Sivyo? From Saburu. Nikakuletea ingine which was the corridor from various communities. Na tukakuonyesha the way ali control the corridor akitumia ICT, Moran, physical movement, communication, na mmoja akakwambia hata kwa boma ya mzee wakati mwingine ako na namba ya mama na ako na namba ya nani ya mzee. Si mliona namna hiyo? So we would like you, that's why we wanted you to focus on your location and see the kind of change you'll introduce, so next time you are meeting, you'll be a case to quote that you succeeded. Anyone who took it lightly will have a problem in succeeding. Those who have taken seriously and they know what they will do, utaiona itakuwa very, very good. Sawa sawa. Hii ya pili, the listing of the three things you do to help that citizen to be in charge of the security of the area, to communicate to you and other authorities. We really needed you to see the value of the citizen. Go help the citizen, the owner of security, because we have given you the direction of the Republic of Kenya. Security is a joint mandate of every person living in Kenya, and the first charge of that security is vigilance. And I'm happy you recognize that there are those clusters. We have nearly 80,000 clusters, Nyumba Kumi clusters within Rift Valley, and I believe you know yours. And you are taught, you are showed, Mamiliki or Uko, how to have WhatsApps communicating with them. They communicate among themselves, and you are getting copies. You are seeing what they are communicating. And you take the one which is serious, you take it up with your seniors. The one which you require the assistant chief to take action, you are able to guide, and the citizen, the chairman of the committee. Are you seeing that big picture? That's the way we are expecting you to do, and therefore you become a spider. You are told by Maranga, you become a good spider, that where you are in the location, hakuna kitu kitafanyika pale fulani without you knowing, and you have your agents, some of them are extremely trusted, and that location inaanza kuheshimika, watoto wanafanya vitu ambavyo si aibu, ni vitu ambavyo they are orderly, and grassroots security at your location now, all of you 324 of you, grassroots security, it becomes the foundation of national security. So the northwestern corner, despite the fact that we have a lot of other neighboring countries which contribute to your security or insecurity, then you are able to be the influencer from your location. Sawa sawa? Are we together on that? And I thank you for the contribution you made. The charge is with you now. The charge is with you. You go and implement it. So what I'll do now is to ask Maranga to invite the last speaker before we have the official closing. Daniel.
Thank you very much, Bwana Chairman. Good afternoon. Nashukuru sana. Tukiendelea kumaliza, I think on your program you are seeing Apollo Kelo, the County Commissioner West Pokot. But in his place, we are privileged to have Mr. Khalifa Abdullahi, the Deputy County Commissioner West Pokot, ambaye kidogo spend about 20 minutes or so kuongea ya hiyo topic. Hebu tusikue mkono kidogo, iko baridi. Nataka mpatie moja. Ndio hiyo moja hiyo. Thank you very much, Bwana Khalifa. Karibu sana.
Thank you, sir. The chairman, the Committee on Citizen Participation in Security, sir, your committee members, members of the Secretariat, facilitators, all chiefs from West Pokot, Elgeyo Marakwet, Baringo and Turkana, good afternoon. Hamjambo tena. As you have heard, my name is Khalif Abdullahi. I'm the Deputy County Commissioner for West Pokot. And I'll spend the shortest time possible because I know you are very anxious to go home. You have been here for 3 days. The concentration levels are very low. Welfare and discipline of chiefs. Welfare is a wide-ranging facility that is essential for the well-being of employees. Welfare includes anything that is done for your comfort and improvement of your welfare. And it's provided over and above your pay. All of you, you are aware, you are on a salary. Anything that is above that is what is called welfare. This is a human resource function, but organizations have also other officers like counseling officers. The government has both human resources and counseling officers. So services like which are private that will help you. Counseling, for instance, on personal problems. Government assists you with the problems of health, sickness, other special services. That is what welfare is. And why do the government has welfare services? One is to boost your loyalty, your morale, and motivation. it's also a social responsibility for the government to show that they appreciate your work, you are employees. The government realizes, and all other organizations, that employees are entitled to consideration because they are human beings, first and foremost, especially when it is remembered that your problems arise in the context of your work and must be dealt there at the work. Wengi wetu, the stresses we have, the pressure, wengine have lifestyle diseases, they will tell you during employment walikuja wakiwa na afya, si ndio? Baada ya kuhudumu hapo ndio umeweza kupata haya magonjwa. So the government is very keen. The argument for employees' welfare at workplace was well put in 1967 by one philosopher, Martin, that employees are entitled to treatment first as full human beings with personal needs. Binadamu ana mahitaji, hopes, matarajio. You have anxieties kwa kazi, kuna wasiwasi, and as they bring their hands to work, when you go and work, they cannot readily leave their troubles at home. Zile matatizo, zile shida ambazo tuko nazo, tunakuja naye mpaka kwenye kazi. So sickness, you need to be assisted so that you return back to work. Bereavement, funeral services, I am sure most of the chiefs are in some WhatsApp groups, despite the fact that the government gives some incentives like purchase of coffin, maybe for every chief who loses a spouse or a chief passes on, kuna pesa kidogo 500, 1000. Apart from that, the county commissioners have a forum. The deputy county commissioners have their own forum. Apart from where the government's initiative of giving some funds, like say 1,000 or 2,000. So what are the welfare facilities provided to chiefs and assistant chiefs? Because of time, I will only enumerate. One, a chief must have a good office. Construction of chief's offices is the responsibility of the government, and I know most of you have initiative, very good chiefs who have been approaching CDF. Some of them have good working relationship with the county government, but that is not to say your relationship with the politicians should not be such that your loyalty is to politicians rather than to the government and the people you serve. I know some chiefs have even deserted their offices because of insecurity. You know, all of you come from volatile areas. The chief, is it Makutani in Tiati? Is he here? Chief, iko location inaitwa Makutani in Tiati. In Baringo, sorry. Baringo, you are around. Do you work in your office? Ulitoroka. So despite the fact that we have, the government is trying its best because of its security, we have even deserted our areas of jurisdiction. During the Chiefs Act, and later on, first the Chiefs Authority Act, the Chiefs Act, I'm sure you have been given the constitutional provisions that allows you to work, like the National Coordinating Act of 2013. You used to tell people kila mwananchi lazima awe na choo. So having washroom facilities and toilets in your offices is mandatory, because if a chief doesn't have a toilet within the office, there's no way you can tell mwananchi hata yule client amekuja aende awe na toilets. You are entitled to meal breaks, 10 o'clock, lunch breaks, lakini it's not to disappear. Machifu wanakuwaga na makarani, official and unofficial, wale wako kwa ofisi. Ambia chief ameenda field. Kumbe chief baada ya lunch kawaida huwa harudi. How many of you are earning house allowance? All of you, very good. Provision of check-off system for bank loans. As late as yesterday, I was signing some forms for chiefs to get loans so that they pay through check-off system. Do you apply for loans? Very good. Leave and leave allowance. Once in a year you get leave allowance. Do you have a group insurance cover? NHIF? Muko na isindio? Very well. Are you paid commuter allowance? That is one of the welfare. Very well. Provision of motorcycles, fuel, airtime, domestic travel, stationaries at the rate of 30,000 for each chief per quarter. This is the biggest initiative by our government to the chiefs. Tangu independence mumeona hiyo? So how many chiefs have motorcycles? All of you. I know those who were employed recently, Sawa sawa? Hawa ndio hawana for West Pokot. Other areas, if you have no motorcycle, raise up your hand. Very few, it's negligible. I'm sure action will be taken. Uniforms, I know that is a very big challenge. Machief, munasema maneno ya motorcycle? Uniform, this is what I have just said. I know it's a very big challenge, but the trouble with you, nyinyi munataka kwenda APTC, when you reach there, you want to compromise everybody. Munataka kutafuta. It's not like that. This is the 21st century, there are reforms. You go to your supervisor, fill a requisition, the accountable documents, and then one person, particularly the human resource or your supervisor, will go to Nairobi, present it, alafu munapawa uniform. Tumeelewana? Thank you. That is the way it's supposed to be. Kwa hivyo ukitoka hapa na una uniform, just approach the human resource or your immediate supervisor. Some of the chiefs have even been supplied with firearms. I'm sure this is a very important initiative because in all these 4 counties, the government has deployed national police reservists. Simuko nawa? Wako na bunduki, wako na uniform. Now the chief cannot be, hawezi kutembea na hawa na hana bunduki. Chief Takwel, Africano, do you have a firearm? And you are trained kwa paramilitary, sindio? Very well. Chief Kainuk, Turkana, are you around? Uko naye? You have, Sema juu tu bila uoga. Oh, okay. We are providing all equipments to chiefs to ensure you are able to protect lives and properties. Sindio? Sinivo machief? Inatakiwa wewe uwe na vifaa ili uweze kuchunga wananchi watukufu ambao umeweza kupatiwa mamlaka ya kuwachunga. Discipline is the practice of training people to obey rules, codes of behavior using punishment to correct disobedience. The most important word here is disobedient, and I want to thank wazee wa hekima, retired Major Sei alisema maneno ya disobedience. Simulisikia? So we are supposed to be very, very disciplined and in line with the code of regulations. Disciplinary control is an integral part of human resource management, and it is intended to contribute to performance improvement and productivity, and must be governed by the principles of natural justice. In the civil service, disciplinary control is one of the Public Service Commission's functions as stipulated under Article 234 of the Constitution. So public officers are expected to maintain integrity. Chiefs are supposed to uphold the dignity of the office to which they are appointed. So discipline in the service should be viewed not from the aspect of imposing a punishment against an officer or deterring other officers from conducting similar misconduct. But discipline is a way of molding and developing a positive attitude in chiefs and assistant chiefs. The Constitution vests the Public Service Commission, as I said, the powers to exercise disciplinary over all officers. So the Public Officers Ethics Acts 2003, and you are all aware of Chapter 6 of the Constitution. Who knows what entails? It's on the lips of everybody. Chapter 6. Thank you very much. Leadership and integrity, and subsection 75 deals with the conduct of public officers. So all your disciplinary cases are handled by the Public Service Commission, but either directly or through delegated powers. The delegated powers is through the Ministerial Human Resource Advisory Committee or the recently constituted County Human Resource Advisory Committee. Chiefs and assistant chiefs are subjected to disciplinary measures on account of gross misconduct. There are several situations in your workplace which contributes to gross misconduct. One, lateness and absenteeism. I know most of you have the service charters, and you have done very well in terms of writing, trying to articulate, and you know the time that you are required to be in office from 8 to 5. So lateness and absenteeism constitute gross misconduct. Desertion of duties. We have had cases where chiefs desert their duties, travel elsewhere. So that is misconduct. Insubordination is not taking lawful instructions. There are lawful and unlawful instructions. If the supervisor gives you unlawful instructions, you are not bound to take those instructions. But if it's lawful, then you are supposed to obey those instructions. Drunkenness on duty, while on duty, or intoxication during working hours. We have had very serious cases where chiefs have been found to be drunk even in uniform during working hours. You all remember the cases in Bomet. Munakumbuka chief? Those two chiefs, your colleagues, and you know what happened to them. Destruction of willful destruction of government properties. You have motorcycles. You are supposed to take care of those government assets. Destruction amounts to gross misconduct. Unauthorized disclosure of confidential information. When you enter the service, you sign the Official Secrets Act. When you leave, you sign the Official Secrets Act again. This is to deter you from disclosure of information confidential to unauthorized persons. There is a principle of the need to know principle. Sometimes the chiefs, during your interactions with persons of high social status or wananchi, you tend to give a lot of information. And that information is not required even by the other persons. Breaking rules and regulation, particularly the code of regulation. We have a new code of regulation. It's important for you to acquaint yourself with the new code of regulations. As the saying goes, choices have consequences. If you choose to be in discipline, then there are consequences stipulated in the code of regulation and by the Public Service Commission. One is interdiction. While in interdiction, resulting from gross misconduct, you are supposed to be given half of your salary. But you'll get full house allowance, medical allowance, and if there is a medical insurance premium, and you are not supposed to leave your duty station during the period you are on interdiction. Suspension, if you are convicted of a serious criminal offense, then you will be suspended from duty. During that period, you shall not be entitled to any salary. But you'll be paid full house allowance, medical allowance, and medical insurance. This is to prepare you, because you are a public officer. At least if you don't have the salary, you need to have just some allowances preparing you either for reinstatement or for dismissal. And it's very unlikely that when on suspension, the probability is 50% for you to come back to employment. Retirement in the public interest is when the officer raises, mitigating factors, which renders, the punishment too harsh in view of the circumstances in which you have committed those offenses. However, apart from these punishments, there are alternative interventions in the discipline process. We have counseling, and counseling is not a disciplinary action. Its purpose is not to create a negative experience on the officer concerned, but to support, to give you helpful information and to support in the management and psychological challenges you have. We have counseling officers at the regional offices, and the Ministry of Interior and the Public Service have guidance and counseling services unit. The other alternative intervention is guidance and training. Traditional disciplinary action that I have mentioned for situations in which an officer is trying very hard to do well, but performs poorly despite the fact that the officer is trying his or her best efforts. So guidance and training is an intervention which can be used by supervisors to address the poor performance on the officer. With those few remarks, I want to thank you, sir, Mr. Chairman. I know we have limited time, but I want to assure you that during the last few years, when we developed our mission, our vision, the service charters, huduma bora kwa wananchi by the chiefs, we have done very well in terms of performance and discipline, but we are still facing some challenges, and those challenges we will overcome. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Bwana Khalif. Sio mkubwa amewaambia? Amebakisha ingine kidogo? Yeah? Quite a mouthful. Si hata amewaambia? Ni subordination. Ndio anakuja kwako, nakaa ni young kuliko wewe. Unaanza kusema, hii kijana aje tufundishe kazi. Si ni subordination? Utachorwa pole pole. Lakini mmeshika hiyo maneno. Give them a very good, nice clap. Tusikue mkono. Wengine wameshikwa baridi tena. Ndio hiyo. Thank you so much. I think I return to the chairman.
Thank you, Daniel. Tunakaribia mwisho, sivyo? Mkiangalia program yenu, we have followed or tried to follow this particular program that we are more or less on the dot, the way we had proposed to follow. Closing and presentation of certificates. May I take this particular opportunity to thank all of you who have been very attentive. You'll get that certificate. I will tell you the meaning of that certificate. During the time you are going for any interview, if you are not concentrating and sometimes you are on phone outside, there is nothing that I admired when I was doing the interviews for senior people, and I will pick the topics they learned on their certificate and tell the person, address me on this topic which you covered during this particular program. How has it helped you? And you get it being kichungi. Yeah, good officers, good officers, A class, B class skewed to A, meaning they are promotable, B class skewed to C, meaning that they are reaching their end, and I could differentiate between officers who are maintenance officers from those who are very, very aggressive and very innovative. So that certificate tukikupatia, and any other one, when you go to a course, please concentrate. It has a meaning. Nimekuimbia hiyo siri kidogo. Concentrate, inasaidia. I admired doing quite a lot of that. The other area that I admired doing is checking on, because civil service, particularly those in the institution of provincial administration, where I worked for a long time, we train officers, A, by in-service courses like the one we have brought you here for 3 days, and B, by deployment, by the experiences you are acquiring as you are facing the challenges like the ones we have tried to expose you, and how to get out of them using experiences of others. Similarly, because of that kind of training, I would be able to see this particular officer is faced to serve in what area. You are able now to see how the officer is. So it's very important that you know you, or even we go to the general principles, management hao wakubwa ambao unaona mkubwa MD wa hii, wewe ni CEO wa location yako, huyu ni wa county, huyu wa nini. The differences between them are, some are maintenance of people, wengine they are very, very executive, and there are good results that come out of that. So that is what we've been trying to do, and we get you empowered for good decision making. You need to note that elections are coming in August. There are areas where citizens sometimes, kwa njia yao, they can destroy public property. Please be ahead. Please be. There is nothing I admired more than working in one of the provinces I served as a PC, where I would get a report. Tumekutana na tutafanya kesho the following. Make sure that you have good contacts. A good administrator is known by their quality and source of their information. the network they have. Chief, you have been given quite a bit of practical examples and theoretical direction. If your source of information and your network is very narrow, wewe utakuwa kama wale ambao nilikuambia, officers who wait for reports and go investigate. You be an officer who is preventive, because of citizen participating in security, and in particular that broad-based security. You have a diagram there where the president, you look at what you've done is to breathe life into the president's statement. Usalama unaanza na wewe na, and therefore we have given you the definition of usalama is not just crime, ni kubwa. Si uko nayo sasa? So you need therefore to be on the alert, and you help that location of yours. And cumulatively, if all helps, if all locations work well, then we are doing very, very well. From us, as the national committee, which has been charged to roll out the government initiative called Nyumba Kumi Initiative, Nyumba Kumi Usalama wa Msingi Initiative, and currently going to the detail of citizen participation in security, we are saying on that aspect, between wananchi ambao unahudumia na Mwenyezi Mungu na serikali, it is you. We have done our job. Did we do our job? For those 3 days, did we do our job? Without any reservation. You saw that we put a lot of brain in it in order to empower you very, very well. So we have done our job. Our prayer now is that with the help of God and the guidance from your seniors and your initiative, you make a point that you want to change your location within the 12 months, within the 1 year that you promised to do. And you had in each one of you one thing. I liked when you said in Turkana you want all children to be in school. Imana asked nani kazi kubwa, and I said yes. I went to school when I was myself had worked for 3 years as a grown-up. It doesn't matter. You can't see the difference between me and the ones who had gone to school because they were in better facilities. Don't bother. Go make sure that kila mtoto wako kwa shule. And I can almost tell you that God will bless you because of that. Those elections, when they are coming, please remain firm. Please remain firm so that you protect the citizens from being destroyed by midomo ya wanasiasa ambao sometimes they are careless. Do not have any fear. I have seen elections for a long time. They are cyclic like this, and they will come and go. So please help the citizen remain calm. Watoke tarehe 8 kwa njia mzuri, waende waseme mambo yao. I know you are told that one day you will stop being a chief. I do not want to overemphasize that. The only other thing that I want to add is this. Please nurture your juniors. Please nurture and help the other heads of departments whom you coordinate. Promote them. And when they are in trouble, be with them so that you come out of trouble with them. The law gives you a lot of responsibilities and a lot of powers. Please make sure that those civil servants who are given to you, you promote them. I know I have not come very deep on the Nyumba Kumi on this particular one. Hatujakuja very, very deep. Dr. Sang did quite a bit. Can you read that manual in more detail and apply it on the ground, so that you are able to say Nyumba Kumi is the same as community policy, is the same as, it's very, very important that you see it that way, that the citizen, and the classes you make, they are autonomous, and you help them communicate. I want to thank the resource persons who have been here and who have done very well, a good job. They all fitted into what we expected. I thank them all. And I thank you also for listening to them. Where we reached a level of shouting is because some of we saw that you were interfering with the airwaves, and some of the talks that we had, they were going to the public, the Kenyan public, live, through a live television. That's why you saw me sometimes being a bit angry to hear of somebody's talking from there and it's being picked from the television, na inatuletea shida, meaning that it is not helping that citizen who has been following what we are being told hata wewe, because cumulatively we want to transform and to set the agenda so that the country becomes a better nation for all of us. So with that, I thank all of you for having participated that effectively. I can't forget to thank hawa wazee wawili ama watatu, the ones who talked very, very well to you, and they have requested that we bring the elders closer to you, and please take it up. Sawa sawa. Take it. After all, you will also retire, and when you retire, the chief will be there, or your successor or number 3 successor to similarly be with you. I'm saying this because I retired long ago, miaka mingi sana iliyopita, but nakaa nyumbani, wakati mwingine naitwa na serikali. Kwa mimi naitwa kwa cheo ya level yangu. Wewe utaitwa kwa level ya kusaidia chief mwenzako, ama DO hapo, ama an assistant chief. Please be alert, cooperate, help them, so that even when you are at home, utakaa tu kikasirika hao wanafanya serikali namna gani, you are able to tell him, chief, can I come and see you? The way we expect the others to do. Can I come and see you? Pale hii mambo inaharibika. And it's very, very, very important. When I was PC Kano here, he was one of my 8 elders. As a PC Nairobi, I had 8 elders, and he was one of them, come representing one general area. We had zone Nairobi, so that kama kikiharibika, mmoja ananipigia simu, naitikia. They used to come around 5:30, tunajifungia kwa PC, wakaniambia hii inaharibika, hii inafanya, wakati ilifanya mkutano ile ama DO hakusikika vizuri, mambo fulani iliharibika, tunaenda kusahihisha so that the country becomes better. Am I talking to you? Yes. Please establish yourselves very well and nurture and educate the others, and we thank the elders who came at least to tell you how they feel and how they think it should be done, and we want to encourage us to use the resource better. In this country, Major Elder, it is true we have a problem. The attitudes of from a certain age walianza kuharibika, wakaanza kuona good riddance kwa wazee. In certain areas like Kwale and sometimes Kisii, walikuwa naanza hata kupiga wazee wa rika yangu, nywele nyeupe nini, wanawaua. Nauliza, does God bless you? Wakaanza kuona hapa kuna shida, lakini ni jambo ambalo linaendelea kuachwa, and we would like to bring the respect. In the US, mzee kama huyu would not be even be talking to you. He would be lecturing in the university. That experience alone. And that's why you get someone like Clinton getting a lot of money just kwa kwenda one lecture. Unaona he is worth several million shillings kwa one lecture. Sawa sawa. So please encourage those elders to come. And with that, therefore, I want to close there. Make an announcement that Chief wa Kainuk, Chief wa Kainuk, Chief wa Kapendo, Chief wa Masol, am I pronouncing them well? Chief wa Salmach, sawa, Chief wa Sigor na Chief wa Romero. Baada ya national anthem, tunaomba tukutane hapa dakika kidogo. I am aware that there were some chiefs who had requested that I also meet them. But you will come very, very briefly kwa hapa. I see whether we will have enough time or what else we can do. Mukutawi, Rugus, Kiserian, Arabar, Chebi Nyini, Chebi? Yes. Mochongoi. Because you give me a bit of that you like to see me before you leave. We will see you. No, what I think you do, you stand pale nje, nikimaliza na hawa kilo, it will not take long, ninakuja kwenu. I'm now returning this one to he is an elder and he takes care of the people that he knows. Are there some chiefs who are going kwa dege? Wale ambao wako kwa laini ya kufly, immediately after tukimaliza the national anthem, you are the first one, you come kwa this particular place so that you are helped quickly to leave, so that you are not late kwa ndege. Sawa sawa? And I thank you. Mzaimana. Tumesikizana eh? Yes, si yenu ni ya kila mtu. Is there anything that I have left out? The certificate. Now, as a part of the ceremony, yes, we've kuja. Chukua that other microphone. Nancy, if you could come, we need to give a few. Kila mmoja wenu atakuwa na certificate, but we need just kidogo tu at random kupeana 1 or 2 or 3. Sawa sawa? Just at random. Ana mutaitwa alafu tutawakabidhi. You are a member of the committee. You are a member of the committee. Please come, the ones who are there. Kano, you come.
Yes, so we start off. Inaweza kuwa even from the same county, but don't mind because of the timing. Ya kwanza ni Samuel Poses Sekeu. Come forward, please. Samuel Kimereng Chepkeitany. Wanatoka bahali moja. Sorry. Becoming Juma Kiption Chesaro. Hakuna mtu anatandika picha mahali. Joshua Tomno Kipukochai. Another one to becoming Paul Saracha Marikoko. Paul Saracha Marikoko. Marikoko. Another one, Benjamin Rachel Lemasian Lembeka. Lembeka. Joseph Rasile Lenasieku. William Changole Kipkoech. Kano. Kano tena. Michael Chepkuto. Chepkuto Michael. Samuel Kamen Waseges. Chepkuto amepotea? Samuel Kamen Waseges. Patrick Chepsai Kamarei. Kamarei, yeah. Then John Game Lemukut. Arakisha. Lastly, Daniel Ekal Lochomin. Lochomin. Thank you so much.
We have had people who have been taking the live coverage. Do you have the others there? Wale ambao walikuwa wanapeana kwa wananchi kwa television, is always good to recognize them. Si ni kweli? Yeah, because they are not only educating your other people, but they are also getting you appreciated. That kumbe muko na kazi ingine, and they help you in working for that. I know you have never been recognized like this. You are getting surprised. You come. The media. Are we together? John and Gary, be with me here. This team is led by very heavily by John and Gary. He is a chief news editor, Kenya Broadcasting Corporation. Introduce watu yenu.
Thank you, Chair. With me, I have a team here ambao tumeshirikiana katika mambo yote. Na niko nao hapa. Sitawasema majina yao, nataka wao wenyewe wajisemee, mtu aseme anaitwa nani na anafanya na organization gani. Thank you.
Ninaitwa Ann, mimi nafanya TV production Sayari TV.
Nasema kule ndani kwa room ile anaitwa ndiye alikuwa na control. Ako na screen mingi. Anasema sasa hii screen anaweka kwako wakati naongea hapa, mimi napewa blackout, wakati mwingine we anapeana kwa yule, is a dia na control. Sivyo? You are the controller. Yes. Dia na control kule. Na ndipo ulikuwa unaona wakati Bishop alikuwa hapa, huyu alikuwa anamuonyesha namna hiyo kwa sababu ana communicate na huyu ndiye mkubwa, ana control kule. Naambia I'm cutting you in 2 minutes, start kukata. Are we together? That's a controller. Yes.
Habari zenu. My names are Joseph Gadoya. I am the chief news editor, Sayari TV.
Unasikia hiyo? Thank you.
Napenda kuwasalimu kwa jina la Yesu. Kwa majina mimi naitwa Jacob Daimoi. Kwetu ni West Pokot, mahali naitwa Chepareria, Kapenguria huko, na mimi ni broadcaster ama presenter wa Pokot huko Kisumu. Asanteni sana.
Hamjambo. Naitwa Margaret Kaleche. Mimi nafanya KBC as an online editor. Mumefunzwa mambo ya ICT. Before utoke hapa, utafute CPS Kenya on Twitter. You follow us.
CPS?
At CPS Kenya.
Utaona what she has been doing, amekuwa akiprovoke. Wame